Scooby-Doo. The Captain's Curse by John SAZAKLIS, illustrated by CORNIA. The Mystery Inc. gang was having fun at Rocky Point Beach. It was a day off from solving mysteries. Daphne and Velma danced while Fred cooked. Shaggy stuffed his face. Scooby-Doo surfed. The sun was setting while Scooby relaxed on his surfboard. Then he spotted a strange glow in the water. "Uh-oh," Scooby-Doo said. Scooby peeked underwater. He came face to face with a spooky sea diver. Blurred. Frightened out of his fur, Scooby leaped into the air. The spooky sea diver broke through the waves. He smashed the surfboard in half. Crash! Scooby-Doo panted and paddled all the way to his pals. "Help!" he yelled. The four teens ran to their furry friend. Scooby-Doo told the gang what had happened. "This looks like a mystery for the members of Mystery Inc., Fred said. "Like so much for a relaxing beach day," said Shaggy. The Mystery Inc. gang walked down the boardwalk. They found a store called Cutler's Sail Shop. "This place sells and repairs surfboards and boats," Daphne said. "A perfect place to start our case," said Velma. Inside, Mystery Inc. met the owner of the shop. They told the couple what happened to Scooby's surfboard. "We're not surprised to hear that," said Mr. Cutler. "There are lots of accidents out in the sea," added Miss Cutler. Scooby-Doo pointed to a picture of a man wearing an old diving suit. "That is my great-grandfather," Captain Cutler said. "Mr. Cutler, he died long ago." "The coast is cursed by the captain's ghost," shouted an old man. "It is a graveyard of ships." "Zoinks!" Shaggy yelled. "Like did he say ghost? And graveyard?" added Scooby-Doo. "Now, Mr. Shark," said Miss Cutler to the old man, "that's just a silly old legend." "We'll rent a boat and get to the bottom of this," said Fred. "Beware the bottom of the sea," Mr. Shark warned the teens. It was dark when Mr. Inc. got to the dock. "Jeepers," Daphne said. "Look at these glowing footsteps." "Jinkies, they are going in opposite directions," said Velma. "Let's split up, gang," said Fred. "Shaggy, Scooby, and I will search the sea." "And Daphne and I will search the land," Velma said. As the boys rowed their boat, the water began to glow. Suddenly, Captain Cutler's ghost appeared. "Zoinks!" screamed Shaggy. The spooky sea diver smashed the side of the boat. "Like man and dog overboard," Shaggy shouted. Fred, Shaggy, and Scooby jumped into the water and swam for the dock. They made it just in time, and now the chase was on. Fred spotted a lifesaver ring and grabbed it. "It's time to reel in this rascal," Fred said. Fling! Fred tossed the ring onto the diver, trapping him. Then he pulled off the ghost helmet. "It's Mr. Cutler," Shaggy shouted. Just then, Velma and Daphne arrived with Miss Cutler, and he wasn't working alone, Velma said. "We found Miss Cutler controlling the pump that fed air into the diving suit," Daphne said. "By breaking boats and surfboards on purpose, we made lots of money selling new ones," said Mr. Cutler. "And we would have made more if not for you meddling kids." After the police arrested Mr. and Mrs. Cutler, the gang went back to the beach. "Like, the only glow I want to see at night is a fire roasting my marshmallow," Shaggy said. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. The end.